What can help you shift into your 5D life? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia, here on a Moment Tarot for another spiritual pick a card reading. We're looking at what can help you shift into your 5D life easier, better, or just a confirmation of what you're doing right now. This is a monumental time in human history, specifically this Lionsgate 2025, but whenever you're watching this can be timeless, where lightworkers, starseeds, those on their spiritual path that have been awakened, are shifting into their 5D life by being more consistent in their 5D mindset and energies, and therefore manifesting more 5D concepts, ideas, and things into being in the physical. And you can see the split happening. This August is the time the split is happening. There is some sort of event happening in September that I've been predicting. September, early October, that is going to catalyze this shift even stronger, but starting ahead of that, it's starting in August, at the end of July, all of August, you're going to see the split happen. You can see lightworkers and starseeds start to get more things manifesting. You're going to get your call for your soul mission or higher purpose or your next level up in your purpose. And you're going to have things manifest. You're going to be feeling a lot of blissful energies, like, oh my goodness, this is what it was all for, like a huge sigh of relief. A lot of things coming in that were blocked before or not easily coming in, slowed down, mainly so you can finish whatever spiritual cycle you were on. And it correlates with a lot of the collective starting their great awakening that they chose to do as a collective together, whereas most of us kind of did it more independently, although there have been more and more resources as the years went on different waves. And this is also the time where that split happens. So you're going to come face to face with a lot of people who are going to choose to stay in 3D and not awaken with the third of the population that's choosing to awaken together right now. They say a third are going to 5D, a third is going to be awakening, and third are going to be leaving the planet in some way to stay in 3D and continue their lessons in 3D. But I don't think it's a third. There's definitely not a third. It's definitely a smaller percentage of light workers and starseeds, although it's going to feel like finally there's more of us when we bump into each other more and network and collaborate more on projects. Starting now, there is going to be a larger awakening collective for sure, and some are going to start immediately. I mean, there's going to be a huge event that's going to catalyze this, but some people are going to be slower to catch on, and others are going to be ready to go to work. Everyone has their own personalities and how much they're willing to do that, look at themselves and do their inner work. And then there's going to be those that just completely don't want to see it, don't want to deal with it, not even acknowledge it, and kind of live under a rock. But yeah, this is for my beautiful spiritual brothers and sisters that are ready to fully step into that 5D life in the physical. All right. I hope you enjoy the reading. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful Power One with the Argonite. We're looking at what can help you shift into your 5D life now. We're going to look at 4 intuitive messages and then messages from your highest divine selves and highest divine guides. This is going to be the main energy that's going to be the overarching theme for what can help you move into 5D life now. And it's Clover. Okay, yeah, good luck. Okay, opportunity, serendipity. Let's see, it's number 2 here. Luck, success, serendipity, and rewards. So I'm getting this strong energy where you don't really have to do anything, Pile 1. You just kind of have to let things happen for you. You're in a very, very lucky energy, and you just kind of have to let things unfold. Interestingly enough, I'm getting this image of just being in a lazy river energy with a you know, a Mai Tai or a pina colada in your hands, and you just kind of have to let spirit do its thing. And yeah, and I feel like everything's coming to you, good abundance, even the lazy Susan, like the good food is coming to you, like people inviting you to dinners as well, and like good opportunities and like fun times. It's just all coming to you. Opportunities of work and like anything that can make you happy, it's all coming to you. You just gotta let it unfold. Okay. Convey your meaning. Reflect on the way that you communicate with others and with yourself. Be sure to express your thoughts and feelings from your heart and with respect and sincerity. So I definitely feel like you're meant to kind of just speak from your heart at this time. You know, I'm getting like you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. So I feel like with all this luck energy, like I feel like you're going to be connecting with a lot of people that you resonate with. And so might as well kind of open yourself up more than you usually do, because you're connecting with the right folks and the right opportunities. And you're in a lucky situation. You're in a lucky energy. You're going to bump into the right people. And so you might even say the right things, the right person that brings through more opportunities. So you're in that kind of lucky energy. Just let it flow. Like say what be yourself. Say what you need to say. Queen of Wands, yeah. I feel like you've already been kind of in this energy, or you've been kind of getting into this energy more, just being more accepting of yourself, letting yourself kind of shine, you know, wearing more kind of showy clothes, or clothes that kind of reflect how you're feeling that day or who you are, more your sense of style, kind of speaking to people more openly, just kind of off the cuff kind of things. Being very personable. Yeah, I feel like people are kind of admiring you, and you're being very sociable, or you know, your skills are being shown. Like I don't know, it's just kind of like you're being very popular right now, or people like talking to you, or just kind of you're kind of getting more into that energy, looking good, being in that glow up energy as well. Okay, mindful wisdom. Create inner harmony. So I definitely feel like this is a great time to kind of just chill. Yeah. I feel like there's so much harmony and peace coming into your life that it's like so beneficial for you right now to just kind of just be and let things happen, let things fall into place for you. I just keep getting that energy, like just let things happen. Yeah, Knight of Swords, you don't have to say anything, you don't have to do anything, which, you know, isn't the right advice for some people, but I'm getting for you, pile one, if you pick this pile intuitively, like, yeah, just let go and let God, for real. Okay, stop and take in the view. Yeah, just enjoy the ride. Watch all these magical things happen for you in your life and just kind of unfold. Take stock of the treasures you've earned. I mean, you've earned it. You've earned it, pile one. All these things are happening because you put in the work, because you passed all these tests, because you did all the right things, because you're so genuine, and you deserve this luck. And it's like, it's not even luck. It's just like things happening for you that you've worked for. Yeah, that you've been kind of, I feel like you're kind of in this energy of like, is there anything else I need to do? This didn't work, that didn't work. It's like, no, you're done. There's nothing more for you to do. You can just stop today and just like live, and everything will just magically keep falling into place. And I'm saying keep falling into place because you're seeing that already start happening in your life. Spring, your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. And there's this reading I did not too long ago where I felt like for lightworkers and starseeds, like it feels like this fall in the northern hemisphere is going to feel like spring, where things start to kind of take off. Of course, by spring next year, it's going to feel like things are really much settled in, and you can kind of be more public with the things that are happening in your life. But right, it starts now. It's a timeless reading, so like whenever you're watching this, it's when it starts. That's this new season, whatever season. If it's in the middle of the season, it's a season. It's like the next few months, right? Wherever you are, the next few months, and then 6 months from now, it's kind of like when it's going to really set in. And the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I'm just getting that you're getting downloads. You're getting prepared. Things are happening. Like, You don't have to do anything. Like, let things just come in for you. All right, this has been an easy read. Like, let's see what your highest guides, your highest divine higher selves want to say. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Everything unaligned must go. You're just gonna have to let things like happen, unfold, and this is gonna be beautiful, magical things that come through for you. You're gonna be seeing the other side. You're gonna be seeing all these things that you thought weren't real or didn't exist or was fairy tales or fantasy, like start to happen, not just in the world but with your own personal life. Like, I didn't think I was gonna ever get this, or this is like beyond what I could imagine for myself. Like, all those kind of things come through. Pure white dragon from Orion. Transform your ascending knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know, act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. And we have this mindful wisdom card where it's like create your inner harmony. So I definitely feel this kind of similar energy where it's kind of like you're kind of getting your wings here, Padawan. Like, you're taking like your education here on Earth and, transforming it into a really divine role. And, yeah, it's kind of like where you switch from like learning to teaching kind of thing, It's like a really profound shift in your life, 3D to 5D, where you go from thinking, acting, believing, interacting with the reality in one way into a completely different way. Almost like, going from like a 2D video game into like a fully immersive VR, holographic game or something. Okay, the dolphin caller. Pure, joyful friendships, loving help. Yeah, you're going to not be doing this alone. Of course, you're going to be meeting people along the way. If there's anything that you do by yourself, it's just kind of to see like what you would do with these opportunities and decisions for yourself before you get influenced by the people that come in that you really respect. So that's the only reason why that happened. But I do feel like you would have at least one or two journeymen, other light workers and starseeds around you at this time for support anyway. And lastly, we got the lion. Harness the royal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. You are meant to roar. You're meant to put your energy out there. But at first, take it easy. And this is just going to come out naturally. You don't even have to do anything. And this is the energy you're going to present. It's just who you are. It's just the power that you've accumulated right now. And it's appropriate that this is being recorded on the Lion's Gate when the 5D and 3D split is happening. Okay, with the siren there is an emergency kind of important message Spirit wants to convey at this time. So I'm going to just... You're receiving an offer opportunity. I'm getting probably very soon if like Spirit had to bring the sirens in. Just too many cards. Okay. Community, many friends. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people are coming in to with this offer and opportunity. Dog, close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Yeah, we do get friends and loyalty and a lot of people coming in, so that's amazing. And forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Yeah, you know how Spirit said like, oh yeah, you might want to like make the decisions on your own before you kind of take other people's influence, because these are friends that you want to be influenced with, but they're gonna have their own opinions and stuff like that. So you kind of just want to dissatisfaction with life and broken rings, parting of ways. So I do see that like you might want to there's gonna be a way to handle leaving the old and moving into the new. That's something that you're going to also have to do by yourself. But don't worry, you have at least one or two close friends that are going to help you with that. But there are a lot more people coming in with this new opportunity and offer. That's going to help you in this new group of people. Look at that. Community, many friends, group of people. Fling doesn't count. That just came out of nowhere. I do feel like I did get like maybe like a no contact or someone from your past coming through for a possible opportunity, but it's like that's not going to be the right opportunity for you. It's going to be this one that opens you up to a lot of people rather than just that one person from the past. Physical looks, and death and let it go. Yeah, I do feel like as you kind of change your direction in life and the dimensions in your life, that it's also going to change your looks for the better. I feel like people are going to be like, wow, you look so different, or they're not even going to recognize you and you're from your past, and the new people aren't going to know. But also with the transformation, this is going to be bringing in. It's more than just your looks and your lifestyle and you're wherever you're going with this opportunity and offer. It's literally like your past life, your 3D life, and your 5D life. All right, pile ones. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I really appreciate a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 2. With citrine, we're looking at what you can do to shift into your 5D life now. We have 4 intuitive messages we're going to look at, and then a message from your highest guides, your highest selves. All right, so let's see what's the main energy that's going to affect you here. The Scythe. I keep calling it the Scythe. Scythe. Okay, wow. Okay, 10 here. It's the energy of separation, cutting ties, accidents, danger. Okay, so I definitely feel like there's some energy around you that if you know it's dangerous, if you know it's not good for you, that you definitely have to cut it out by now. Cut ties with people, separate yourself from the situation, get out of there, wherever that location is, whatever it is, get out of that situation, that relationship, that area, whatever you need to do, you need to do it. Even if you feel like it's not that like bad, if your circumstances aren't that like dire, you can just see that things are accident prone where you are, or like, things are like might happen, like you don't want to wait around for when it does kind of thing, That's the kind of energy I'm getting. Let's see what Spirit has to say to you. Where you need to be. Acknowledge how you are feeling. Have faith the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. So I do feel like the universe is working in your favor. So like whatever is like not good for you, like the universe is assisting you at this time to remove that person, place, thing, situation, whatever it is, or remove that thing from your life, or to remove you from that thing. So and I feel like things are working in your favor at this time. So like Spirit's like, just let it happen, just go with the flow, you're doing great, follow your guidance, your inner guidance. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And because we're doing like a move into 5D energy, I was actually going to do all 5 like tarot cards with 5s in them, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups and everything, but I couldn't find one of the cards in that deck, which I need to find. But I definitely got like this moving into 5D energy is a positive thing. And the boat here, and it's wrecked, but it came out in reverse. So I do feel like they're giving you an out. They're definitely giving you an out into better circumstances for yourself. So this is happening in your life right now, I'm getting, where they're giving you an out or removing a specific thing from your situation that is no longer good for you. And there is also like harvest here. So like I feel like not only is this energy being removed from your life, but I feel like with it being like surgically removed, it's going to open up space for you for things that actually align with you to come in. I feel like it's been wanting to come in, but like this energy has been blocking you. Okay. Illuminate the shadow. Focus on a solution. Yeah. I feel like this is a really good time to kind of dive deep into your shadows. I feel like this is an energy that was really, really so negative for you, especially if you're going into 5D. It was like a stark contrast to what else you were doing in your life. I feel like there's like a lot of progress that was happening in your life, a lot of good things happening for you, and this energy was so negative. It was eclipsing a lot of things. And so this is a really good case study and the shadow aspects of other folks. I feel like you've done a lot of work on seeing higher perspectives. This is a good time to see lower perspectives, seeing into the energy that you don't usually go into because you don't think that way, or you don't or you haven't been around that energy for a very long time. So this is a really good time for you to study kind of the lower perspectives from the outside, you know, before it like gets removed from your life a lot. Yeah, Knight of Cups. I feel like Spirit is like allowing you to do this in a very loving way. So I feel like there might be someone around you who's being very supportive and helpful through whatever this is that's being cut out of your life. And I feel like this is a good person to kind of do the shadow work with. I feel like this person might even respect you or admire you, whether this is platonic or romantic or just, you know, a casual friend or something. That I feel like this person, like, and you know who I'm talking about because this is the person who you've been talking to about this person, place, or thing that's been very negative. Maybe they're a little bit spiritual too. Maybe even if they're like a fair weather friend or whatever, like they'll get what you're talking about. But I feel like for most of you, it might be someone who's a little bit closer than that. Like they might even respect and admire you for seeing things the way that you do. Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. I feel like the more you kind of clear this energy, so if this energy has been kind of worrisome, stressful, or kind of harmful, or just kind of affecting you in negative ways, I feel like the more you talk about it and cleanse it, because like you know how they say like don't talk about the negative stuff, the angry emotions, the low frequency, low vibe emotions. Like Spirit's saying like no, like clear it, like think through it, talk through it. Like you're in such a good place in your life that like when negative emotions come into your life this strongly, like it's okay to talk through it. You're not gonna like fall into some sort of depression. You're too high vibe for that. You see things from such a high perspective. You're doing so well in life. You're so healthy. This can't like talking about this negative emotion isn't going to affect you negatively. In fact, it's going to help you and teach you and give you a lot of good stuff. Okay, another message. Divine drunkenness, surrender to your spiritual reverie. Yeah, Spirit's like just let things like happen. You're totally okay to indulge in any negative emotions, to let them clear, to kind of experience it for a little while before you move to 5D. I've been seeing that a lot with my like spiritual friends as well, just kind of like experiencing like dark or lower frequency emotions one more time, like just go through all of them here and there, you know, just to kind of feel it once before you move into 5D completely, you know, because you might not get a chance to do that in this way ever again. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, that's the opportunity, because like I do feel like you're also getting an opportunity to kind of move into a brand new life, into a brand new energy that's like gonna be so super positive and awesome for you. I'm getting era of peace and just you feeling confident and just like loving the direction your life is taking. And it feels like you finally got there, you harvest, like you're reaping your rewards. But at the same time, you have an opportunity here that, you know, might be nice to take, because like you might not have to deal with this energy ever again. That, you know, might as well, you know, while in Rome. Affirmations. To lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire. Use positive affirmations. Okay. I feel like you're a living affirmation. Like you don't even need to do affirmations anymore. You just are, like you just see everything as things working out for your favor. The good and the bad and the ugly. Like it's like everything is working out for your favor, and you know it too. Six of Pentacles. I'm getting a gift from the gods. I feel like your guides are giving you affirmations. Like I feel like they're using your intuition. They're using your ability to channel, to kind of just show you like, oh, this is happening because of this. This is happening because of that. I did get for a lot of light workers and starseeds that you're going to be getting a lot of messages directly from your guides, from your higher self, from, you know, your past over loved ones, ancestors, ascended masters, like, you know, whoever you connect with on a higher power. You're going to connect with them so much more now because you're going through this energy transitioning into 5D, but also because you can at this time. They're waiting for you on the other side, I'm hearing, but also yeah, it's not going to be false. Like, I feel like, you know how before, like, it's kind of like hard to, like, it's like, is this deceptive? Like, do I need to use my discernment? Like, is this true? Or am I asking too many questions? I'm getting like everything that you get from your guides right now, from your intuitive hits, is on point, is true. You don't have to worry about like, is this a test or something? It's like, they're here to answer your questions. So ask away, or I feel like you don't even need to ask. Like, they're just kind of like intuitively sending you messages all the time right now. Okay, speaking of which, let's see what messages they do have for you. Your highest and most divine self, and your highest and most divine guides. Okay, whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. What of it? What of it? Material things. I feel like this is a time where, like, you live your best life. Like, you know, like, I'm not saying like be irresponsible, but I'm getting like indulge. Because we got divine drunkenness here, and we got that you're moving into 5D, and we're getting into like, yeah, like you might not get to experience some sort of negative, like, or dark emotions again. So like, I'm also getting, in terms of material things, like, this is the time to do it, because you're going to go into 5D and everything's going to be like perfect. Like, just like, you know, like the stupid thing that you always wanted to buy, like, buy it. Something that's useless, something that's like perceived to be negative energy, whatever, like whatever that thing is that you feel like has like no purpose and you just want it though, like, just do that. Just do those things. If there's a time to do it, it's now, because like, you're moving into 5D, you're not going to be able to do those stupid things. I mean, you will be, but like, I feel like this is like, I feel like this is something that's like not with friends. I feel like you'd be embarrassed to tell your friends about or something. Yeah, I got like intuitive hits. Yeah, something that your divine feminine would not be happy about you doing. You know, your higher aspects would not be happy about you doing. So like, yeah, just something that like, I'm getting like, it's like negative. I'm not talking about like indulging in like drugs or paraphernalia, like, not like, I'm not talking about that, like, or sexual things or fetishes. Like, I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about something that like is like, I don't know, like, it's like something that you're like, why is this in the world? It makes the world a worse place, this thing being in there, but you're like, but I secretly want it, that thing. Weird. Okay, dragon, green dragon, helps you tune into the secrets of nature. It's funny, we got like tune into nature, frequency of sound with diving deep, whales and orca. Receive answers and guidance from nature, align with the divine essence. Again, just be in nature. You don't really have to do much. You just kind of have to let things happen. You're just kind of existing and letting things unfold right now. Open like the lotus, flowering spirit, revelation, maturity. Yeah, I feel like maturity is like kind of recognizing like when you don't have control over things and you kind of just are, I feel like you have a strong spiritual maturity, so you just kind of know when it's time to kind of just let things happen. And at this time, it feels like you should just let things happen. Wow, the Sun card. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Yeah, I feel like it's like blossom. You see how it's like kind of like tune into the frequency, tune into the secrets of nature, and it's like open like the lotus, open your heart to the enormous growth, like the flowers and the nature. It's like kind of, there's like a theme here of just like I feel like you're connecting to something much, much bigger than yourself. And Spirit is saying just like allow yourself to do it. And I feel like it's gonna seem like it's like, I feel like it's gonna seem like it's not divine, but it is. Okay, interesting. And we're gonna swing right here. I'm gonna swing to a different direction. You know how I said like, oh, get that thing that you want that might have no like purpose or real like positive influence in the world. It's just kind of like stupid. I feel like you're gonna take something like that and make it new. So I feel like you're gonna go into something. It might be an industry or career where it's just it's gotten so shitty and bad, or it's just become so negative or overwhelmed with like dark energies and dark influences, and you're gonna flip it to something positive. Or you're gonna replace something that was so negative with something positive. So that's why Spirit's like allow, like, I know you're being guided to go into this career or this kind of class or this type of product or this thingy that you don't even care about, but like there's a reason you're being called to that like stupid thing that you feel like it's like useless and negative or whatever. It's because you're gonna make the opposite thing that like, or the better version of that thing, the more divine version of that thing that's gonna replace the old version. It could be like, and I feel like it's like you're connecting to something so much bigger. So I feel like he's gonna invent something, or you're gonna like, you know, invent a new career, or you're gonna rejuvenate, renew that type of line of work or something like big like that. Is there anything that's gonna help or anything? Soul family and friends. Yeah, this is something that's gonna like, you're gonna come together with others to kind of look at. An arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. It might feel like you're just kind of like roaming free and like what's happening with your life and like, why am I interested in this, like what am I even doing? But just like let go with the flow and see what happens. Just be open and know that like the universe is not gonna show you the wrong way, especially after all the stuff that you've done. Feeling tied down or frustrated. Yeah, I do kind of feel that energy where you feel like, you know, like so tied to 3D, like when am I gonna move into more 5D things? Now I'm interested in something stupid, like what? And I feel like this is your sign that you're not going to be tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. I feel like you're going to be doing something that a lot of folks like only wish they thought of, you know? And it's like you have to tap into that expansive place in order to do that and be led where you're going to be led. Yeah, I'm getting like listen to your head right now, because like a lot of your guides are connecting with you and past loved ones that care for you and want the best for you. They're like leading you to this thing, and it seems weird or stupid, but it's like the inspiration for you in your new soul mission, and you're gonna connect with others who are gonna feel the same. I think it's very, very unique, whatever this is that you're connecting to. But yeah, it's time to cut down the old and plant something new. But I am also getting this harvest energy, gifts from the universe, being led the right way. I feel like the universe is heavily influencing you, and because you found your purpose and because you're allowing them to show you your purpose, you're going to be receiving a lot of resources and abundance and everything you need to kind of set this up, including soul family and friends, which is another form of abundance. So you can see a lot of abundance coming in. Whale is another form of abundance. Orcas. The green energy, the nature energy, a lot of abundance. And then the lotus and the sunflowers is just like connecting to, you're tapped in. You're tapped in. So like, I feel like you're going to be like, I feel like it feels like you're going to be led to like something so out there. But it's just like what you're meant to do. I kind of want to go back to this card. It's been calling me. Acknowledge how you feel. Have faith in the universe. Take care of current concerns. Providing the best possible outcome. Yeah. And I feel like you just need to cut out everything, all the noise, and just kind of focus on where you're being led. It's one of those moments where you kind of just have to completely trust your gut, and it's like such a scary thing to do. But it's kind of like you just gotta have to go for it sometimes. All right, pile 2. I do feel like you have a lot of abundance coming in with the citrine. I do feel like you're gonna be a huge influence in like cutting down something not useful in the world and replacing it with something very, very useful. I do see soul family and friends coming in, a lot of abundance, a lot of being super connected. Like, you're going to get answers, you're going to get help, you're going to get like yes and no's, like very, very specific answers. You're going to be supported a ton by your soul family on the other side and your soul family here. And yeah, I feel like it's kind of like, in order to see what needs to be, what kind of darkness you need to kind of combat, you kind of have to go into that level sometimes. You don't have to like put yourself in there, but kind of study it, observe. Like, I feel like I feel like you have to look at really, really stupid or bad or negative things, dark things, in order to know what it is you want to solve in the world. That's what I'm getting, pile 2. But you won't be doing it alone, so like, don't worry. Like, you're at a part in your journey where you no longer need to go this road alone. You're not going to have to do it alone. You can get a lot of resources and stuff, but a lot of people too to do this with you, so you're not alone. You don't have to do this soul mission alone. All right, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, I really appreciate your comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3. For the pyrite, we're looking at what you can do to help yourself move into your 5D life faster, or right now. What you might be already doing. I'm going to look at 4 intuitive messages and then a message from your highest guides, your highest selves. So let's look at the main energy that's going to influence this the most at this time. Bear, wow, power, boss, energy, leadership. Okay, fierceness. Okay, 15. Strength, career, finances, protection. Okay, so that's going to be the main energy here. Wow, I feel like, yeah, you're bringing that energy, you're bringing that power in for sure. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Polite declaration. You can move into whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. I'm getting like, you're kind of harnessing this like quiet power, but like your power has grown to be so big, pile 3, that like, you know, big dick energy I'm hearing. Like, you just kind of, you don't have to say anything, people can feel it, people can know, but at the same time, like, it's time to go out there. And even though you're not going to want to flaunt it, like, if you have to kind of do what you need to do, put your foot down or make some bold moves, like, you're going to do what you need to do, you know. But I feel like you're just like quietly putting yourself out there. It's like, yeah, these are the moves I'm doing, this is what I got to do. Not kind of sharing everything that you're doing, you know, like a real boss, but working behind the scenes mostly. But if you have to show your power, you can now. And I feel like you might even not be aware of how much power you do have at this time. Okay, 6 of Pentacles, yeah. I feel like you're in a giving mood. I feel like you're in a giving mood because you're in such a powerful place in your life that you're ready to kind of help those who are powerless. And that's commendable, pile 3. That's what you choose to do with your power, but I would not surprise because you're a light worker starseed put on this earth to do that. But I think people might not expect it, because there are some philanthropic, humanitarian, like do-gooders in the world who have accumulated a lot of power or wealth and whatnot, influence. But I feel like people are surprised by you because I'm getting a newcomer, but also they're not used to seeing people do the things that you do. You know, they might do it for show, they might do it for the papers, they might do it for, you know, getting some tax relief, but like you're doing things the correct way. You're not just kind of giving money, you're building structures that they keep getting money or something like that, you know. Wow, you're a change maker for sure, pile 3. Okay, celestial gatekeeper. Timing is critical. I feel like you're one of those like powerhouse thinkers, like, you know, right when to make the right move. I feel like you're good at chess, or you know, you'd be good at making military plays, strategies. Private victory. Yeah, you're definitely someone who kind of, you get a lot of shit done, but behind the scenes, people don't even know the kind of moves you make. You make strong, powerful moves every day, and people don't even know. You don't even care if they know or not. Like, you're that kind of boss level, you know? That's why you're the kind of celestial gatekeeper, because, like, that's the kind of person that the universe wants to work through. You're that high up. Wow. Okay, what else Spirit want to say to you? Say yes to your higher calling. And it came out in reverse. I do feel like you're already in your higher calling and you have already been doing it. That's why you have accumulated such power, because you are your true authentic self and you have been for a very long time. Be a human, exclamation mark. You are. When you say something, people listen. When you put in a little bit of power or force behind it, I mean, like, you blow over the whole room. You know, like, people, like, if you're angry, or if you need to be stern, or you need to be kind of, you know, you kind of need to push people in your way, in your direction. Like, you know how to do it. You have so much power now because you've been in your authentic energy. It's a different kind of power than people who exert power over others for selfish needs. Your kind of power is from the divine, from your authentic self, and that kind of power can't be effed with. Yeah, the 6 to the 7, victory after victory after victory. Yeah. The 2 6s here, I feel like you're kind of changing the way things work in little ways here and there. Even if it's just like a new rule at your own company, changing how, you know, I don't know, how you address people in envelopes, or how you even, like, the littlest details I'm getting matter. Like, you're making changes that kind of build up to something bigger. Although you make big boss moves all the time as well, but I feel like even little things, like, they're making a huge difference. How to treat people when you're walking past them on the sidewalk, or, you know, just like your little behaviors that people might not think is much, but, like, you know, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, oh yeah, it sticks in people's minds. Like, oh yeah, this person, like, when they walked by, the way that they ordered or something at the restaurant, or the way that they treated someone who is struggling, or the way that they handle that situation, or even the way that you blew your nose. I don't know. Like, it's just like, it's very considerate. It's very like, you know, people want to be like that. People want to, like, you know, like, they noticed you making those small things. Like, I want to be someone who people notice those small things about. All right. Yeah, small victories all the time, because you're already in your purpose, and you have been for a very long time, which is why your power has accumulated. And if you don't know, your power has been, if you haven't been able to get out there, like, you've been accumulating your power for so long that you don't even realize that once you get out there, once you have these new opportunities in whatever it is, your career, your and your business, or your finances, or whatever these things were, and how you protect, and how you fight, and how you show strength, and whatever you do, whatever your endeavors are, like, victory after victory. And I think you might not be aware, like, how much power you've accumulated if you're just getting out there, for some of you. Okay. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. Yeah, I don't think you understand how many wins you're going to get right off the bat, and how much you know what you're doing. Because I feel like you're going to be flung into this, like, super high position, you know, or this super high role status or something. Or maybe you can get a windfall of abundance or money, or something, you made the right decisions and something's going to happen and you just kind of feel like you're going to be thrown into this position. But Spirit is saying, no, your energy is ready for this. And I feel like you're going to be surprised how you kind of just handle things and get win after win after win. The Sun card, oh my god, that's perfect, because the Sun card in reverse for me is that this energy just gets better and better and better hour after hour, day after day, week after week, month after month. Incredible. Yeah, it just, I feel like you settle in really quickly and you just keep making the right decisions right after one after another. You were ready for this. You were prepared for this. Whereas other people had to struggle and kind of figure things out. You have the divine power. You're divinely guided and you're divinely protected, and you can't lose. You've already learned your lessons. This is just kind of getting adjusted, not learning new lessons, not making mistakes. I mean, yeah, here and there, but like I feel like this is like you hit the road, you hit the ground running, right? Okay, so messages from your highest self and your highest guides. Called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Yeah, I feel like you have these gifts coming in. You have been training, and it's time to go. You might finish doing some of this training while in the field, and also gain more control of your gifts or have more come online while in the field. But like you're ready to go. You're ready to go out there. You don't need more training. You don't need to be held back or protected or blocked anymore. It's like you're ready to go. You can figure everything else out while you're on the field. Emerald Dragon, wow, brings in the healing and cosmic abundance. Yeah, abundance like you've never seen before. Pile 3. The Pyrite, you get the finances, the Boss Bear, the Emerald Dragon. Let your thoughts and good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Divine perfection. That's what I'm saying. Like you're not going to really make mistakes or anything. Like you're channeling divinely. Align with your 5th dimensional blueprint. Yeah, you're connecting with that like highest aspect of yourself. So it feels like you were kind of born to be in that position, and everything that you learned is perfect to be in that role that you are getting into now. The path of the gods. Decisions, meetings, and future plans. Yeah. I feel like you have like a conference with the higher powers, and then you come down here and you're going to those meetings, making decisions, making future plans for the collective. You've been chosen. You've been chosen to make big decisions and for the future of humanity. And thorns, it's funny, this card keeps coming up. Okay, weathering the challenges ahead will bring in new and positive future. I'm going to pull another card. And beware, be careful who you trust at this time. Yeah, that's why I'm getting private victories. Keep things to yourself, because you're having win after win, and you know that people don't like winners. People don't like, especially losers, but even in general, even people who care about you, if you keep like kind of reaching success and achievements one after another and keep doing well, people go tired of that, even the best of people. So yeah, be careful who you trust at this time. Keep a very true few. Maybe not tell everyone everything. Not tell one single person everything. And the challenge is you're becoming like a big boss. Bigger than you've ever imagined. And that comes with its own challenges. And you're well equipped to handle those. I mean, I'm getting you might even have fun doing it, but like people are gonna look to you in amazement. People are gonna feel like threatened, challenged by you. People are gonna just assume that you're cheating somehow, or they're gonna try to attack, but you're divinely protected again. You're doing the Lord's work here, so you got nothing to be concerned about. In fact, you're gonna have fun. It's like, yeah, time to kind of do what you're meant to do in this lifetime. It's time to get out there and play in the field. You've been waiting a lifetime for this opportunity, and you're gonna show people what you got. But I feel like a lot of people aren't gonna see what happens even before or after the game. Like you're just you're gonna be a big shot here. Pile 3. Okay, is there any last messages? Spirit has for you, someone you don't know. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to be working with a lot of folks that you don't know at this time. I feel like you can even look at yourself and be like, I don't even recognize this person. I feel like you're going to be like, I'm getting like business attire, like, or like kind of like wearing very, very expensive suits or dresses. It's just like kind of like you don't even recognize yourself anymore. Like we're living in a nicer place, like being in this, like being in a completely different, social circle or whatever, and it's just kind of like, like, I don't even know who this person is, like, well, how did I even get here? Hat. Yeah, you'll be playing many different roles. Don't worry, you can still be yourself, and around people that you know and like, but I feel like you're going to be taking on more than one role. I think there's a part of you, there's a side of you that's like behind the scenes, there's a side of you that you show in the public eye, there's a side of you that shows for your friends and family that you love. I feel like you're ready to take on more aspects of yourself because you've gained mastery. I'm getting seats at the table. When I get the seats at the table, sometimes there's this energy of meeting with different aspects of yourself. They're all you, but like it's kind of like you're able to. That's why I think multiple personality disorder is like fascinating, because I feel like we all have the capacity to do that, but in a more healed way. And that would be kind of being able to play multiple different roles, like bringing out that very focused and someone who's able to recall a lot of information and data and, be that businessman kind of person. And then also go into the family mode or friends mode where you're kind of able to relax and, shoot off some jokes and, have some fun. And then like also that aspect of you that's like being very introspective and thinking, using your intuition to make decisions and figuring out your future plans and figuring out anything you need to tie up in terms of loose ends and stuff like that. And it's just like you're able to play multiple different roles in a healthy way. And I think that's kind of a part of being in a more 5D role, is like being able to access different parts of yourself more efficiently and with purpose and easily. Imagine like you can bring out this part of you that's like more scientific and logical when you need to do something like research based, and then when you need to be in more your emotional state, you can kind of put that part of your brain or energies aside, so you have more time to be in this more loving energy and the more intimate energy. It's like being able to shut off or like lessen parts of yourself and amplify others. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. Grief, sorrow over a loss. I do feel like there is like a death of the old version of you, and that's kind of very sad sometimes, because it's like you're gonna miss and be nostalgic about like when life was easy, just being that person fumbling around and doing some healing work. I also feel the loss of people who can no longer be in your energies because you're so high up and you kind of see your true enemies, and kind of, it's gonna make you sad that like these people didn't really want the best for you, but it kind of just makes you sad to kind of see who they really are. Maybe people who just constantly ask you for money and ask like what they can take from you, and like sadly you're gonna have to let those folks go. And that's just what it is. When you kind of reach a level, like you kind of lose a lot of people, and might be thinking back like, wow, it was nice like just being at those family events when people were just like kind of talking to me for me, not wondering what they can get from me, or something like that. Like you get to see people's true colors sometimes come out in those kind of circumstances. And property and major assets, I do feel like you're going to be acquiring quite a few properties and major assets. Great happiness, of course. You're going to love your things. You're going to be extremely happy. So there's like it comes with both, like you're gonna see people's true colors and lose kind of things, but this is your element. This is your Super Bowl. This is your going for the highest position that you can go for in life. Like this is what you're made for. You're gonna love every minute of it. Okay, pile 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, I really appreciate like a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4 with the red calcite. We're looking at what can help you shift into your 5D life right now. And we're going to look at 4 intuitive messages and then a message from your highest selves and your highest divine guides. We're going to start off with the main energy, this card here, that's going to be affecting everything else here. The snake. Okay, we have intelligence, being charming, knowing what to say. Let's see, the snake is 7 here. Cunning, distractions, duplicity, rivalry. I definitely feel like there's a part of you that's kind of becoming very strategic, and that your intellect is showing. I feel like that's going to come to the forefront. That I'm getting that right now is your strongest assets in terms of moving forward into your 5D, which might not make sense because 5D is people assume to be very spiritual and very in tune with the unseen energies, like emotional and like love, emotions and love and all that. But it's also the mental energies unseen, right? Like the ideas and the plans and the strategy and all that type of energy as well. So I feel like it might feel counterintuitive, but like honestly being very logical and making the right decisions and being very cunning is going to be your best friend, your strongest attribute, helping you move into 5D at this time. Okay, so we have this octopus here. What does Spirit want to say? Blend into the environment. You have many skills that can fit into any situation. Take time to assess what is going on around you and adapt accordingly. That's strategic. I was just thinking that. That's so interesting. I was just thinking that like sometimes it's best to kind of just let things play out and see what people do. Sometimes people put their own foot in their mouth, or they kind of like you don't need to do anything. You just gotta let them kind of mess things up or change things around. Like I feel like you're playing things very strategically and it's working in your favor at this time. So why not? They're being a fool and you're taking that opportunity to launch whatever you need to launch. So I feel like there's some people or person or situation around you that you're like, I'm just gonna watch this fall or crumble or like fall into chaos and just dissolve itself, or make way for an opportunity for me. Like I feel like you're just watching it happen and you're playing, like you're just being strategic and just like letting things happen when it needs to happen, allowing leaving opportunities for letting things happen, and I feel like you're just making people like act a fool, and you taking that opportunity to launch something in a very big way for yourself. I feel like this is like karma coming back, because I feel like you're just like I didn't even have to do anything. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Emotional challenge. Okay, so we see resolve the issue. Yeah, I feel like this has been kind of weighing heavily on you, and if it was really, really tough for you to kind of put away your emotions or put away, like acting from a place of like, just instinct or just wanting to like lash out, and you had to really, really just play it cool, calm, collected. And it was really hard to, when I feel like this was such a tough challenge emotionally for you, but like you played it cool. I feel like this was kind of like a challenge or a test for you to see if you can do things this way. And I feel like you passed with flying colors. Of course, you're getting this opportunity for this new beginning because of that. I feel like you didn't even swerve. Spirit is super, super incredibly proud of you. You didn't even swerve. I feel like you might have been like, oh, I could do this or I could do that, but you didn't. And you just allowed the universe to take care of things. You had full faith. You acted out of only the kindness of your heart, at least in the physical. Behind the scenes, what you were thinking and what you were releasing, that's you. But like I feel like in the actions you took, and the way that you've behaved, and the way that you kind of handled this situation was very, very poised, and also very strategic. Very smart, I'm hearing. Okay, there's no place like home, nestle into the sweetness. I feel like this was affecting like your sacred space, I'm hearing. I feel like this was affecting your mind and of course your emotions, and I feel like it was really, really heavy on you. It could have been affecting your physical space or your home or where you work or wherever you're spending a lot of time that this was influencing, and you're just kind of like, I'm just going to let it fall, whatever, your neighborhood or whatever this was like this group, whatever. You're just like, I'm just gonna let the cards fall where they may. And I feel like it was affecting your home, your mind, body, and soul, and actually your physical environment. And it's kind of really, really difficult to kind of move through that, but you did, and that's incredible. It might have to do with people who are close to you or around you, and it was just kind of hard to kind of deal with that day to day. And I feel like you stuck through it, and I'm getting spirits like incredible. They threw something at you that they weren't even sure you were gonna make it through, and like you did with like flying colors. You didn't even like weren't tempted even once, you know, to do the wrong thing or bad thing. Okay, or to lash out or to, you know, release negative emotions and in a way that you wouldn't have wanted to. Yeah, it's like you're very, I feel like you were stuck in a hostile or toxic situation, and you've been released from that, and now you can go home, and now you've got your sanctuary or something like that. Like, you know, like you got the results of your hard work. You got to launch this new life or new endeavor. Emotional healing. Look at that. Emotional challenges and then emotional healing. Yeah, big time, powerful. Whatever this was, it really fundamentally changed the way that you feel and the way that you behave emotionally, the way you interact with your emotions. You might have not known this, but this was a huge emotional test for you. And if you're going into 5D, like that's a very, very big deal, because you have to be able to control your emotions in order to, so you don't like manifest like crazy bad things all the time. You know, if you just have like a random negative thoughts, you're not manifesting it, you know? So like this is like a really, really huge challenge for you to, in order to move into 5D, to see that you're not going to be, that you're emotionally healed enough and that you can take on an emotional challenge like this for whatever is next in your soul purpose, I'm getting. As your heart heals of old emotional pains, you receive new blessings and love. And so I'm not surprised that you're getting new blessings. You know, the fool is also the hero. And so like someone was acting a fool and you were the hero in the situation, right? And so you get your just desserts as well for doing this kind of intense inner work that people don't usually get to see. The King of Swords, wow. And now you're going to be able to take action in whatever your new endeavors are, because you have all these new blessings and love coming in, and you're going to feel so safe and secure with your feeling at home, feeling secure in who you are, and actually having stability and security in your environment and in your life in terms of, you know, everything. So that's going to really, really bring forward a time for action for you, time to kind of make decisions and pick opportunities that are right for you, because they're getting so many blessings that you get to kind of pick and choose. And it's going to be a time for you to kind of make those decisions and follow through and really, really enjoy the blessings and all this love and abundance coming into your life. But I'm getting with the snake here and the King of Swords, like this is a time to use your logical brain, your intellect, and your beautiful mind. I'm getting the way that you think and your unique ways to pick the unique path and opportunities and blessings for you. Research the way you research, think the way that you think, plan the way that you plan, strategize the way that you strategize, make the decisions in the way that you make decisions, and only you can, because that's the only way it's going to be authentic to you. Other people might have their own say, they might have their own ways of looking at it and their own ways to come to a decision, but this is yours. So it might even be beneficial for you to kind of, you know, maybe make these decisions on your own at first. Okay, so now let's look into messages from your highest divine selves and your highest divine guides. The void. Stop, embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. So I definitely feel like there's this energy where you kind of just like let yourself get sucked into whatever darkness was happening around you. Like you didn't allow it to suck you in, but you allowed yourself to witness it and stand still in it. So you didn't get sucked in, but like, you definitely let it like kind of storm around you, which probably did affect you negatively, but you didn't let it get you sucked in, which is why this is a tremendous like achievement what you've done. You didn't let it suck you in, but you were able to stand still and witness it while being in that energy, which is beautiful. Okay. And the golden solar dragon helps you stand in your masculine power with vision. Yeah, I'm getting a strong masculine energy here, especially with the intellect and the King of Swords and kind of strategizing, being action-oriented, the swords energy. That's why the emotional challenge is so difficult, because it was challenging your masculine side. I do feel like you had to be more in your... It was, I'm getting both like feminine and divine energy, feminine and masculine divine energies, but it's like I feel like it was challenging your masculine side by being in more of your feminine energy in order to deal with this emotional challenge and healing and standing still and just kind of having faith in the universe and letting that happen, while also using your masculine side to be strategic, but like not being masculine and taking action, but consulting with your masculine side, being the strategic and being logical, but then using the feminine side to kind of stand still, even though that's very difficult to do when your masculine side is like, I want to fight here, you know? Helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Yeah, with wisdom. So it's like the masculine and feminine energy working together, which is moving into 5D. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated, and become an inspired leader. That's exactly what's happening. I wouldn't be surprised if your body has been vibrating a lot recently. This is the time I was reading, but I'm recording this at the Lionsgate, and so this is a time where the 5D and 3D split are happening very strongly, and people can feel it in their bodies. You're being activated, you're being upgraded. It's like you can feel it in your body, and you're stepping into that role of being a leader. And the best qualities in a leader have a very strong masculine and feminine energy. Okay, what else does your spirit team, your highest spirit guides want to say? The light priestess. Wow, galactic vision, galactic wisdom, and cosmic ritual. So I do feel like you're kind of stepping into this role where you're able to access wisdom and healing and actions to combat even more complex issues, problems, darkness. And I'm getting like this was kind of done with you, but now you can probably even do it like listening to a problem that you've never experienced in this life, but you're able to access the wisdom to help that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like they're becoming that kind of channel. You got some practice with it being in your physical life, gaining wisdom in order to combat that energy, even though you're experiencing it. But now you're going to be able to help others. I'm hearing like you're worthy. This was to see if you're worthy, and if you can do it for yourself. Because like, who's going to listen to a teacher who hasn't done something like that for themselves, right? Now you can help people who are going through different issues, but you're able to channel the right wisdom for them because you've been proven worthy or something. And the moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. Yeah, at this time, and you probably already, your spirit's saying like you already have been doing this, but like, you know, listening to your intuition, having faith and complete trust in yourself and the universe, and it's like working. And they say like, keep doing that. Just keep doing that because it's working and you're moving into this role. Okay, so let's see if Spirit has anything else they would like to say network of people. You're going to be definitely connecting to a lot of people who are going to be working with you, people who are just going to be opening doors, giving you opportunities, or just helping you in some small or big ways. And also to a lot of like people in terms of audience and clients and customers and such, distributors, manufacturers. Yeah, you're selling products too here. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. This is exactly what you meant to be doing. You're going to feel so in your element, and that you're, flowing with the energies around you, and that it's just kind of all naturally coming together. And basket, recognition, reward for merit. Like, you're obviously going to be recognized for what you bring to the table. You've been tested, and I'm getting more privately, and now it's going to be kind of obvious for people to see the kind of worth and value you bring to others. Hammock, taking a vacation physically and mentally. I do feel like you're going to need some time to kind of recuperate, and also because you're leading towards this kind of work where you share your wisdom with others and become like a channel in whatever way that might be, because we do see like products and like business type energy here. But like you're gonna need to make sure that you continue taking a lot of vacations and time off, and you're gonna see that like life is meant to be enjoyed, and then work is supposed to be once in a while. Whereas it's opposite right now. We're working a lot, and then vacations once in a while. It's supposed to be the opposite. You're gonna definitely have that great balance in your life. Okay, dark man came up. I'm getting dark masculine energy. And then Cain, pay attention to your health. I'm getting someone is getting karma for their toxic masculine energy around you and toxic feminine energy around you. I feel like this person was the antithesis of the energy you were bringing. Opportunity or windfall. Okay, so I do feel like, unfortunately, I've been getting this kind of message that those that have been kind of in their toxic masculine and feminine energies around you are probably going to have some sort of health issues. Some of it's going to be not so severe, but others it is going to be, depending on the severity of their actions, the karma is going to come back to them. And so anyone who's as you move into the 5D, anyone around you who's going to be kind of going through some sort of illnesses or some sort of issues with their bodies or something like that, that's going to be people who've been accumulating bad karma and not doing right by others. And unfortunately, this is going to come at the same time that you get like a windfall and a lot of opportunities. So that's why it's like, you might want to keep things to yourself a little bit, lay low, just let things happen, do things behind the scenes, get yourself set up and stuff like that. Because they're obviously going to take it well, but like it's going to be very obvious to you, those who have been doing wrong by others, because they're going to get like sick and stuff, especially with this 5D and 3D split. Yeah, and like at the same time though, you're going to be getting all this like cool stuff coming in and gifts from the universe that's like kind of like, ooh, take a vacation, just go away so people don't see how like awesome energies you're in and how relaxed you are and how awesome life is for you. If you gotta go time frame, say by like it's within like several months or something. Anything else Spirit wants to say to you? Okay, not really, but like creative arts. Okay. And just and they don't really have anything much more to say, except that like besides also taking a lot of vacations and time off to rejuvenate your energies for the work that you do, working on your creative arts can also help with that type of energy with the work that you'll be doing. All right, pile 4, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, I really appreciate a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.